Guys, let's get back into the cast here. This is going to be our second series of the CPL cast that we're doing tonight. We are casting the CPL preseason tournament, so it's going to be a tournament just to kind of show off your stuff, show everybody what you got in the tank. This is preceding the CPL. That's a delightful turn of phrase. This is preceding the CPL draft, which is going to be which is going to precede then the regular season. But for now, we're just doing a preseason tournament. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I am casting here with NinaZerg tonight. Yeah, so if you guys want to check out her Twitch channel and her Twitter, please do that. Guys, give it up for Python and Laser Snipe. These guys have been putting in a lot of work into getting this CPL restarted, and I think it's a really awesome thing. Especially, I don't really see too many other CPL type of activities where like the whole community comes together to get new players into the game and stuff like that.
There have been in the past, but nobody's been as dedicated as those two guys have been. So that's really encouraging to see.
Xeno Akup, is registration still open for it? Unfortunately, the normal registration is over, but if you want, please go ahead, join the CPL Discord, and check out the thread. I believe there's still a wait list out there that you could potentially sign up for, so with any luck, you may be able to still get yourself on a team for the regular season. So go ahead and hit Python up as soon as possible. If you have friends who are looking to join, please let them know as soon as possible. The faster you get it done, the more likely it's going to be that you get on a team. So, with that, let's go ahead and get game number one. The second one. What was that, Nina?
The draft hasn't happened yet, so, teams haven't even been pulled up, so, you could still get on a team. Just do it.
Yeah, just do it.
Second series. Do it.
Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. Okay? I can't do this meme because I don't know the words. I was trying really hard. I'm done. Alright, let's get into game number one. It's gonna be on Circuit Breaker. Let's do it. Alrighties, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go ahead and get into game number one. In the bottom left-hand corner, we have spawning as the orange Protoss, which kind of looks like it's just Protoss without a color when you think about it, because it blends in too much. Yeah. We have Badpenny. Badpenny! Bad!
And in the top left, as the teal Zerg, we have JuneBee. JuneBee.
JuneBee. June. It's not as fun.
JuneBee. I don't know, that sounds... I asked Pisan about these players. He doesn't know anything about Badpenny or JuneBee, but...
I don't know, I take that as an encouraging thing.
If JuneBee is a girl, that it would be like, come on, I would be like, come on, seriously?
Would you just be upset?
Does every woman StarCraft player have to play Zerg?
It's true.
I'm like...
So, a clarification, every female foreigner player. There's plenty of non-foreigner females. Yeah, they do. They do. You know why? Because it's the hardest race, and women are just as capable as men to do anything in the world. So, you gotta play the hardest race, and the best race.
Is the race with the shiny jewels. Never mind. It's just, I don't know.
Also, typically women flourish more in higher education, which obviously means that Zerg is the choice of scholars and collegiate individuals.
True that.
ZDF and angry. It's they think it's a tentacle fetish thing. How do you feel about that? Was that what attracted you, Nina? Zerg? You have a tentacle fetish?
No.
These don't even really look like tentacles. They're more like, look at these nasty fucking legs. These are like super long, like ant legs.
No, but like when the sunken colony shoots it shoots the spine thing into the ground. It like comes up out of. It shoots it into the ground and then it comes up somewhere else. So it's like a really long tentacle. It comes up out of the ground. So there is that.
Oh no, this is kind of a bad...
Who knows? Well, Badpenny. Penny is... It's not a unisex name, as far as I know, so, you know, it could be just somebody who's just like... You know the term lucky penny, you pick up a penny, you're like, this is my lucky penny. It could just be like that, like it's a bad.
It's like a penny you pick up and you just get murdered. Just instantly, out of nowhere, a homeless person just comes up behind you and like sticks his finger into your ear, gives you ear aids, and you die 30 years later. Painful death.
Or there's that.
It's a long-term assassination. This is an assassination with a 5-year plan, okay?
Oh, that's not a good idea for Badpenny to move down the ramp.
Yeah.
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 Wait. Typically, if you're Protoss and you do these tech builds, you don't want to go down. You wanna just defend your ramp and get your tech as quickly as possible.
Python is pointing out that both players are doing kind of strange builds. The Protoss player, this isn't super strange. One base tech is like an old school type of deal, but the Zerg is definitely doing something funky. We've got a two hatch layer build, but there's gonna be like there's no real response to the Corsair, so we're gonna lose at least another 1 or 2 of these overlords, which is gonna be a serious hindrance to the mid game of JuneBee.
Well, I watched one of my early games from, I don't remember when it was, and in response to 2 Corsairs, I built spore colonies, a Hydra den for Hydras, and a Spire. So every kind of air defense imaginable.
Seems legit. Ooh, but these freaking Speedlings are slipping in here into the main. This could be serious problems for Badpenny. Oh man, this is that homeless person. He's sneaking right behind him.
So Badpenny's gonna go counter.
I like this idea.
It's a weird idea.
I wish that Badpenny had left like 1 or 2 zealots behind. Because I mean, lings are not that hard to clean up.
Don't die.
But the Zergling micro.
By the way, these are not tier 1 players. I believe this is
tier 3. Yes.
I want to say.
Yeah. Well,
I also was going to say, if Badpenny turns out to be female, then, and she's not playing, maybe she's just one of those people who play Protoss versus Zerg instead of Zerg versus Zerg.
A race picker? At T3? I feel like that's so unlikely in T3 like type of leagues. I feel like people race pick after they've been playing the game for a while, right? And they start to get a feel of what matchups they really like and which ones they don't like. I don't know. I feel like that's pretty unlikely.
I don't know. Some people get very opinionated about things very quickly.
Especially women, am I right? But haha!
Never casting with you again.
Oh, there's that temper. I'm sorry. I can't help myself. Anyways. Oh man. But yeah, this is pretty interesting. I kind of wish that JuneBee had gone for this 3-hatch Hydra style like immediately, like right off the bat. Right? When you see a Protoss player going 1 base, I feel like 3-hatch Hydra is like just an incredible response. It deals with pretty much everything pretty well. I mean, there was a lot of damage dealt by the Corsair, not nearly as much as could have potentially been dealt. It was only 3 overlords, I believe, that initial Corsair got done here. And I think you can just chalk that up to the multitasking of the players that are at the tier 3 level here. They just don't have the APM or really the I guess the mental acuity to be going back and forth and managing all these units and things like that at the beginning, or at this level of play. Of course, hopefully we'll see improvement from all of our lower level players and see some really awesome micro coming up later in the season, but this is that point in time where players are still pretty rusty a lot of the time. But a respectable Hydra count getting built up here. There is a pretty ridiculous number of Zealots out here, but Hydralists at a certain point able to just destroy... Ridiculously low? What are you talking about? This is like 10 Zealots. That's a lot of Zealots, bro. 10 is... Dude, Zealots are scary. I get scared when there's more than 3 Zealots, alright? What's up, Leo? Thank you for the host, even though literally nobody was watching your stream because you never stream. What's up, brother? Alrighty, so the Hydralist flank is interesting.
0 viewers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's my one of my best friends in real life. He's just literally no one likes him, so he could stream every day and have 0 viewers for the rest of his life. It's just that's the way it is. He's an unlikable guy. I know, I don't stream either, but we're gonna be streaming a lot. I'm gonna be streaming like at least 3 to 4 times a week, casting CPL games, so you'll get more than enough of me. You'll get sick, I promise. But alrighty, so that was a pretty failed attack here. Got 2 sunken colonies for all of those units, but Badpenny, smartly, when you're behind, you can do this in Brood War a lot more than you see in like StarCraft 2 and things like that. Badpenny's going to try a ninja base in the bottom right-hand corner. We even had a probe in the top right in case that one got scouted. So Badpenny doing a good job at trying to bring him or herself back into the game here. But these Hydralisks are going to be coming in here. This is going to be very interesting. So the Hydralisk production of JuneBee is, I think, going to be more than enough to be able to fend these Zealots off. And this Hydralisk attack is going to do devastating damage to the main of Badpenny.
Yeah, they're going to miss the Zealots.
Ah!
Or not.
Oh no, they're move commanded. Alrighty. Looks like Badpenny making the decision to bring the Zealots back as opposed to push into the Zerg natural. I think this is maybe the only choice, right? Because if you try to push into the Zerg natural, you just kind of die to the Hydralists. So I think that, well, no, never mind. They're coming back into the natural now all of a sudden. So a little bit of indecision here, wasting some very valuable time that Badpenny could have either been reducing the amount of damage that he or she was taking in their main. And man, these Zealots are just running back and forth, getting their cardio in, I guess, before they go in for this attack here, man. But in the meantime, these Hydralisks are just going to destroy everything.
I thought JuneBee was going to pull the Hydralisk back. But Badpenny says GG. We have game 1. So I have a lot of thoughts about that game.
Oh man, I'm sorry. Yeah, I really appreciate the donation. I'll have to look at it, but thank you ahead of time, man. I put this. So I went and I got off work. I had to buy some new shoes because my injury, and then I got back here and I had like 20 minutes and I did the whole overlay and the scenes all in like that amount of time and tried to do a sound check and everything. So this has been maybe like the sloppiest stream that I've done so far as overlays and things like that go. So I apologize, but I really, really appreciate the support, you guys. You guys are the bomb. Alrighty, well, that was a pretty decisive game. So if I was gonna make first impressions off of that, I feel like while both players had some pretty wonky builds going into it, I think our Zerg player JuneBee looked to have much more solid fundamentals as far as macro and things like that go. Once JuneBee put out that third hatch, the 3-hatch Hydra production I felt was like pretty dang good. We saw a large number of Hydralisks with a good amount of reinforcements coming out the entire time, and it looked pretty impressive to me. So I'm wondering how Badpenny is going to get themselves back into this second game here.
Well, we'll just have to see. I mean, early aggression, what? Invalid password, what? Oh, never mind. Yeah, one-based early aggression builds can be difficult to deal with if you don't know how to. So we'll see if that plays into Badpenny's favor in this match.
Alrighty, so game number 2 is going to be on Fighting Spirit, another super standard map. A little bit, I think, easier for Protoss than Circuit Breaker, but nothing out, like inordinately imbalanced or anything like that. But hopefully see a little more confidence coming out of Badpenny in this game. And just an FYI again, my guys, my name's Doc Holiday, and I'm casting with NinaZerg, and we'll be doing, or at least I will be. I'm not sure how often Nina's gonna want to join me after my my insensitive comments earlier, but I'll be doing this a couple days a week, and I'll update you guys with a more regular schedule so we can talk about, or so you guys can know when that's going to be happening. But there are going to be CPL casts going on all the time, so please check out the CPL casting schedule and support all of our CPL casters, and we're going to go ahead and get into the game.
All right. Okay, so Badpenny is spawning in the bottom left as the white Protoss. Oh, uh-oh. Probe's jumping over the minerals.
Oh, that's super annoying.
It's not just one probe. Sometimes you get one probe that jumps the minerals, and you're like, ah. But it was 2 probes. It's not the end of the world, but...
I would disagree. I would say this game's over. Why even watch the rest of this series? Am I right? I mean, this is pretty much... This is the worst. There's no way to deal with that. But in the bottom right-hand corner, spawning as the purple Zerg. I think this is probably one of my favorite colors for Zerg. It just looks so nice with the creep and all that. Anyways, up 1 game so far, looking pretty solid for a tier 3 player, definitely. We have JuneBee.
Yeah, I would have liked to see JuneBee just in that last game, the use the second gas. Yeah, we got a gateway in the middle. Well, it's not a gateway yet. It's just a baby pylon.
What if it's just a pylon? The whole game is just gonna sit there.
This is the fetus of a gateway.
Gateway fetus. Alright, so Badpenny taking this cheese very seriously, blocking the ramp with 2 probes. Maybe not the most advisable thing, especially at only 9 supply. I'm not sure how early Badpenny's expecting a scout, but if you guys are trying to cheese your opponent, maybe don't do this fight right here. This is a whole lot of money you're missing out on.
Don't do this.
Yeah, it's not too great. And
if you're... Yeah, just don't do this.
Alrighty, well...
It doesn't really help you with anything.
I could get the currency system going back on the channel. We could actually take bets, which would be fun. Maybe we'll do like a giveaway or something. I don't know. We'll look into it. But yeah, I don't know. This is pretty awkward. So this Overlord's going to come in here and signal to JuneBee that there's no gateways in the main base. So that's kind of a big deal here. especially with the overpool having been the opener, we do have 2 Zerglings on the field already. Got the first Zealot coming across now, and I think JuneBee should be aware of what's going on at this point in the game. However, we do still have active larvae, or unused larvae rather, in the main base. So this is kind of interesting. As soon as you see that there's no gateways in the main, I would really like to see the Zergling spawn.
Yeah, one thing I would like to say is that I think Badpenny has a very large advantage here.
Oh yeah, build order wise, definitely. But then on top of that, the response from JuneBee has just been pretty atrocious right now. We saw, instead of any Zerglings getting made, we saw more drones. However, I think Badpenny really needs to start getting active with these Zealots before the Sunken comes up.
Well, more Zealots are going to come in, so it's better to get a good clump of Zealots rather than sacrificing them like 2 by 2.
Ooh! Little micro fight, and the Sunken comes up with 100 HP left on it. This is a good number. I think this is enough to maybe make a good defense here. If the Zergling micro is good.
Nah, dog.
Shh,
but,
don't.
Okay, it's good. It's a good defense.
Yeah, look how well this is going. JuneBee is just destroying these Zealots. Look at this, is amazing. I'm not in denial.
Go into the main. So yeah, one of the things that Badpenny needs to focus on instead of this hatchery is going to get the drones.
Yeah.
Because the Zerg production is what's going to keep the Zerg in the game. Or even kill the spawning pool.
Yeah, I mean, well, at this point, I think it's almost, well...
JuneBee's going for a counterattack now.
Jeez, man. CPL games are always so insane. These poking away at these probes here. Zealots now walking themselves into the main base, though. Got a couple more poking at the eggs.
I think... Oh, man.
Oh, Badpenny. Oh, Badpenny. Oh, Badpenny, you were doing so well! And now you're killing an extractor! Oh, this could go so badly. If we get this Sunken up and the Zergling count gets up there, potentially able to save the pool. We have a second Sunken going down, also to the south of the hatchery. All JuneBee really needs to do is survive this, and there's only like 5 probes in the main right now?
Yeah, it's gonna be... oh my god. I think JuneBee might be out of the game.
I don't know.
No, JuneBee's definitely dead. I think that.
Yeah. Man, that was close. I mean, the JuneBee could have brought. I feel like maybe killing the pylon could have been a good idea if the drones were run out of the main base and down out in the middle of the map or something like that. But unfortunately, there's just not enough to be able to kill off these Zealots here, and the Zealots are going to be able to race these Zerglings to kill this base, no problem.
Okay, so Badpenny thinks that there's going to be a base trade, so Badpenny's placing 2 pylons in where the Zerg base was before. So that's pretty smart, actually.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
JuneBee does not have enough money to even make an extractor anywhere, so if there is a base trade, it's gonna go to Badpenny.
Yeah, well, I mean, we kind of see a base trade going on right now, but the Zealots are gonna outpace these Zerglings by a good amount, and there's no way to look at Badpenny even blocking the ramp with Zealots, so that way the Zerglings can't get in the main and defend anything here. Wow, that was way closer than I thought it was gonna be, though. Oh man, JuneBee.
Well, like I said, early aggression, if Zergs don't know how to handle it, it can be really difficult to deal with.
Yeah. Wow. Well, Badpenny surprising me a little bit and betting themselves game number 3 out of all this. So let's go ahead and see what's gonna happen. I still feel like JuneBee is the more solid player, but if Badpenny's got some more shenanigans up his or her sleeve, man, this could be a bit of an upset in my opinion.
Well, we'll have to... Let's see what the map selection is here, because... And Sylphid. I'm not really sure what this map is.
It looks kind of like.
It looks like Athena in some ways. If anybody remembers that map. But nobody does.
Well, none of us are. You're like the oldest fart out of all the farts in the chat right now. So.
Gross.
You're like a
Old
fart that's like someone saved in a jar.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
That disgusts me.
But in this case, in this very limited situation, fart is a good thing. So it's like an term of endearment I'm using for you. Okay. All right, my little fart.
I disgust myself.
Historic fart. See, that sounds so much better. You're like the fart that launched 1,000 ships. The Hellman of fart. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's get into this, man. I don't know what's going on with me, guys. I've lost my caster mojo. I'm just terrible. Vote me off the island, please. No one let me cast again. I'm just actual shit. So, alrighty, let's go.
Let's do this. Is the middle of the map buildable? We gotta look. Let's see. Actually, since it's a 3-player map, I think that
it may not be.
Yeah, I think it. No, usually
it may be.
It depends on the map, but I think that Zerglings or scouting units will go close to the middle. So let's see. How do we do this? Diplomacy. Reveal entire map. Looks like the middle. The middle does look buildable. So that is an option. Here's a hallucinated Kakaroo.
Oh, I can't even select it. That makes me kind of sad. Yeah, it does look like there's buildable areas. Oh my god, it exploded! Wow.
It's a hallucination. That's why it exploded.
That was so sad. I'm gonna miss him.
It wasn't. It's not.
I already named him.
Real.
It is sad.
Look.
I had attachment.
Penny's building in the middle.
Yeah, another 2-gate. Badpenny. Very bad penny indeed. Naughty penny.
If it works.
If it's stupid and it works, it ain't stupid. I do like it though. Badpenny, very aggressive strategies this entire series. I think even the one base Stargate is, I would consider at least a very aggressive strategy personally. Definitely not playing standard builds here, which is something I tend to enjoy. So I'm kind of a fan of Badpenny at this point. And Badpenny's got the purple Protoss mojo going on here too. So this is kind of a strong strategy here.
Okay, JuneBee is drone scouting in the correct direction. And JuneBee does not have vision of the center of the map yet. So
JuneBee did overpool, only making one pair of lings right now. So this
same as last game actually.
I really hope that JuneBee goes, okay, there's no gateways here, there's no forge here. We gotta start making some more Zerglings.
JuneBee's got
2 more pairs on the way so far.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so this should go significantly better for JuneBee than last game, that's for sure.
Good. JuneBee's looking in the middle of the map. Fine.
There we go. Woo! Zergling's running around this initial zealot here. I'm not sure if that's the correct way to go about it. Badpenny is responding.
Do this. I wouldn't recommend people do this. I would recommend go to the enemy base instead. I mean, you can defend with 2 base, but typically you want to run your Zerglings into the enemy base, get the probes either killed run them off the probe line or the mineral line.
Well, JuneBee immediately snipes the first 2 probes, and Badpenny, you know, I kind of hope that Badpenny's coach going into the season teaches Badpenny how to more effectively 2-gate, because while she did get that hatchery, it's almost inconsequential. The really Badpenny needs to be doing damage right now to the drones or something here. But oh man, and the timing of this Zergling attack could have been much more effective if JuneBee had sent them in as the Zealots started attacking the Sunken Colony, instead of waiting for the Sunken Colony to get so low. But Badpenny looking very strong so far. I don't really see a way out for JuneBee quite yet, although I've said that in the past so far, and I've been wrong, so don't want to count JuneBee out quite yet. But these 2 gates have been so powerful coming out of Badpenny. This is a really hard strategy for new players to deal with.
I think it's going to be Badpenny's game to lose, because...
Oh yeah, I mean, look at the Zealot numbers.
JuneBee has not made...
Sunken.
See, here's the thing. If you do see this as Zerg, go to send your build. You can even cancel your natural, but build Sunkens in your main. Send Zerglings to your opponent's base, and either force them to forge sort of probes, whatever you can get.
I mean, there's a lot of ways to deal with this, but I think going hatchery before you get a second or get a sunken at your natural at the very least is one of maybe the worst ways that you can do it. I know Cadenza actually really does not like to make sunkens versus a 2-gate, and she'd rather go 3-hatch Zealot or 3-hatch Zergling. But that's an incredibly advanced and micro-intensive way to go about it. And unless you're like literally Cadenzi's level, I wouldn't recommend that at all.
I wouldn't even recommend it for Cadenzi's level.
Alrighty, well, that's just about all she wrote. JuneBee out of drones, got 2 lings, another 2 lings being produced. There's absolutely no way JuneBee's going to be able to destroy all these Zealots here. So we're just going to see Zealots just high-five in Zerg buildings until run out of energy and decide to go take a nap. And by that I mean explode. Not sure what's going on out here, JuneBee. Not sure what the strategy is at this point. I don't know where the GG is, but I hope we see it. There we go. Alright, just in time. Well, man, that was some pretty decisive 2-gating.
As your last... You gotta say GG as your final building dies.
Yeah. It's the classy way to go about it.
That's the correct way to do it. Because the object of the game is eliminate all enemy buildings. So why would you leave if you have buildings left? Doesn't make any sense.
Never leave. You should just never leave the game. Until you're forced out.
All your buildings are...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Until you're forced out. All right. Well, I'm honestly very here. Let me show you guys the score screen real quick here. So JuneBee in all of their games has had plus 200 APM. Now I don't want to say that that's like any kind of indicator or skill whatsoever, but I feel like JuneBee has shown some pretty effective macroing in that first game there. I feel like with some coaching and some good meta knowledge, JuneBee might be a serious contender to be a serious come up as far as picks, man. So coaches. Get your draft notes ready, man. JuneBee looking like a serious pick. And as far as Badpenny goes, absolutely no qualms about going for the throat with some cheesy builds. Looking, I don't know, especially in T3, man. If you're willing to cheese every game, scary to have that on your team, man. I wouldn't want to go against that as a T3 player. I don't want to go against that now. Don't 2-gate me, guys. It's terrible. Alrighty, so Badpenny defying my expectations, going up 2-1 against JuneBee.